Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian. Welcome back to HOI4 as we are playing as Russia. So the first thing we're going to be doing in today's episode as we continue our war against Japan and their allies is we're going to go ahead and assign all of our railway guns to our generals, which I've actually already done that, as you can see here. With most of them, I just left one that I didn't do, just to show how it is done. You just take the railway gun and then right click on the general you want to assign them to. And the reason why I don't usually do this is because I don't really like putting anything underneath the AI's control. For example, you can take any air wing and place it under the control of one of your commanders. But the problem with that is that the AI constantly moves your planes around. Like, I've sat here and watched them do it. So to put them in the air zone and then leave them there for a little while, but then move them again to another air zone. And the problem with that is that every time your air wings move to a new air zone, they lose their air efficiency. So they become less efficient. And so you generally don't want to move them around a lot. And we see that the enemy AI does that all the time. They're constantly moving planes. It's really difficult, in fact, to figure out where you need your fighters to respond to the enemy air wings because they just move them around everywhere. You know, like one minute they'll have their whole entire air force over here, and then they'll be gone, and they'll be somewhere else. And so you really can't react to what they're doing. Like a moment ago, they didn't have any planes here. Now they got 500 because they just constantly move those around, resulting in them not usually having much efficiency when they do that. And so it's no surprise that when they're controlling your air wings, they do the exact same thing. And so generally I don't put the AI in control of anything because they don't do very well with it. I prefer to maybe have periods where my air wings aren't helping my units out and they don't have any air supports because I didn't move those air wings to the new air bases. You know, I prefer that happen every once in a while rather than always have inefficient air support because, you know, the AI is controlling it instead. But with the railway guns, they're kind of difficult to manage because, you know, you have to wait until the rails are, you know, given to you, and generally your units move way faster than the rails do until they just run out of supply because they're just too far ahead of the supply hubs. And so I just don't have time to move them. So we usually have them for the initial battles, and that's helpful so you can push forward and break through their lines, but then we don't really get access to the railway guns and their bonuses anymore because I just can't be bothered to move them. So I'm going to try this out. We're going to see what they do with it. I assume they're going to manage it terribly, but might as well test it because I've never actually really done a thorough test of the AI controlling the railway guns. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe just pay attention to where those are moving and see if they're doing it semi-intelligently. Alright, so before we start that battle, looking at the battle and getting our troops moving forward, I did want to show you guys that there is a naval battle over here. Pretty large naval battle against our submarines, but they have 4 carriers in this region. So a lot of carriers are over here, and this is not our most powerful fleets. We just have these 25 ships, which is 5 battleships. That's it. So not much over here as far as capital ships. Really relying on those naval bombers in this region. So hopefully that'll be enough to make sure we don't lose our fleet over there, because losing control of those sea zones would be terrible, because then they could do naval invasions of our key territory. So I probably shouldn't be attacking across the river here. That's really not the best way to go. So let's go ahead and attack this way instead. Are we attacking across the river? It's really actually difficult for me to tell. Maybe the river, let me just reduce this. Okay, so the river's actually right here. So we weren't attacking across the river. We were just losing this battle. Okay, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and let them, we'll have 2 tanks to it. And maybe they can get it done. Alright, so this guy succeeded in defeating that unit there. I'll have to see if this guy can get there in time. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe he wasn't there yet. Let's keep him here. And might want to go ahead and just attack here, even though that would be a loss. So this unit can move over that way. Cut off any troops that are in Korea. And so we're moving pretty rapidly through their territory here. And this was that big battle that we looked at last episode. We saw we had sunk quite a few destroyers, but it wasn't this many. It's now 60 destroyers sunk, 3 light cruisers, and our first capital ship that we sunk of the Japanese fleet. and that's 1 heavy cruiser. We didn't lose any ships of our own, so that's quite significant for a battle that size, especially considering that we didn't have the support of our land-based bombers, only the carrier ones. I don't think we've lost a single ship to the Japanese yet. I don't mean to jinx us. Now, I'm not entirely sure what happened here, because it seems like just one division lost the battle and then the other ones gave up. And they don't have any organization. Maybe we lost it. I'm not entirely sure how that happened, though, because we were winning. Okay, that's kind of strange. We are winning here, though, so there is that. Maybe we'll be able to get across the straits. I don't know. Alright, so still trying to get the win here. Struggling, because it's an attack across the river, so it's difficult. Let's go ahead and start advancing across here now, and we will try and defeat this unit right here, and we'll go ahead and give them a little bit more assistance, because that'll cut off these two here. And just trying to avoid fighting if we can. That's one reason why we've been having trouble with experience, though, because we have been avoiding fighting. So we're going after their capital now. Just looking at other areas where we see some openings. Going to advance over here. I'm just trying to avoid fighting. Alright, let's go and do these attacks over here. Get that guy wiped out, and then we'll advance along these provinces. Maybe just these two here, since this guy can go ahead and take this location. And then go ahead and move this unit. We don't need any more over here, though. These guys are not getting it done by their lonesome. So what we'll do is we'll have these units. Well, I can't seem to tell them to go this way when they finish, but that would be the goal, to have them go that way. Alright, so the tanks don't need to cover that province. In fact, they don't really need to cover this one either. So let's go ahead and start adjusting these fronts as we move. Take a look at the situation up here. So some of these guys are taking off. And we might not need this many over here, so I'm actually fine with those going over there. But let's go and start advancing all the way down here with everything we got. Take that location over. And we have bombed their carrier, almost sunk it. It's at 43%. So having some success there with our naval bombers. Because they moved their fighters out of there. We weren't having any success before. I think their fighters were engaging our bombers and disrupting them. Did sink a submarine there, 2 more there, and 2 more there. So 5 submarines. So pretty good. And then these guys, what we'll have to do is tell them to stop. Let me make sure that's them. Nope, that's them. It's these guys here. So we want to tell them to stop and then assign them again. Let them get their organization back up, and then we'll send them off. It's unfortunate we did fail that invasion. Doing some bombings in the English Channel there. Sunk some more submarines over here. That's the only success we've really had in this area, is sinking submarines. I think we did sink a few surface ships. We are engaging troop convoys as well. So that's great news, sinking those in the sea. Easier to sink them in the sea than to fight them on land. So we will take that. And then let's go ahead and have them advance towards the new capital. Just really trying to force their capitulation here, if we can. I'm actually going to throw this guy into the battle too, just to try and get it done. We're having such difficulty with that. And we do have more railway guns that are coming to this area. Remember, they're way over here at this moment. And so those haven't even been assigned to all these armies. That's the reason why you see that some armies don't have the railway guns assigned. These guys keep trying to take off. I'm assuming they weren't assigned to this front. And not sure what happened with them. They were supposed to go over here. So let's go and do this attack. Okay, it was these guys. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We'll have to go over that way instead. Let's see if we can't make that happen. We do have some military factories. I don't even know if at this point it's worth doing anything with those. Unless you really wanted to get more bombers. More of the tactical bombers. We could always use more fighters, I suppose, as well, but we actually have a lot in the stockpile at the moment. I mean, everything we're really stacked on. except for the tactical bomber. So let's just put some more into that. There's really nothing that we need anymore, though, as we've established. No problems there. Alright, let's go this way. We need to start cleaning this up here. I'm going to take this location. Just making sure that we're getting those pockets dealt with. We did lose our first ships of the war. 2 destroyers were sunk. And of course it would be in this region here. Alright, I'm a little worried about the numbers. Not sure which task force those are with, because as of right now they all have the numbers I recalled them having. So that's kind of strange, because yeah, these both have 8. That's what we had there. Oh, the mine ships. The miners were sunk. Okay, so that's unfortunate, but not surprising. It was only 2 mine ships. They weren't really doing much for us anyways. Let's actually change this guy over to here, because we're trying to get into this area. And just make sure that keep these troops locked down while we take those areas over. Yeah, and just having difficulty with that fight there. So those guys will be cut off once we win these 2 battles here. It does look like those will be successful. And now let's go ahead and attack towards their capital. Well, these guys will advance down towards this way. Let's have them take these provinces. You know what, just go here just in case there's somebody in those mountains. We don't really want to fight them with a tank unit. Obviously not the best way to go about doing that. And then with this battle, we'll just support here. That should be enough to get the win there. Alright, so they're advancing over that way. Did get some troops cut off over here. Excellent. These guys have not been assigned to an army. I suppose we'll assign them to this army here. I think that's the right one. Yeah. Alright, so now we need to wipe out the units that are here. Let's go and make that happen. So that one is not going to be a win. So this is what we're going to do. Let's have this guy attack over here. Hopefully that'll turn that around. And then we're going to push forward into these provinces. Alright, so just going after the victory points here. We want to force... Well, we can't force reorganized government in China to capitulate anytime soon. That's going to take a little while. These guys can advance into this location. But we do want to force all these guys to capitulate, all these other subjects, as quickly as possible, just so we don't got to fight their troops. There's still going to be those Japanese divisions in the area. Now, remember, the purpose of the tanks was to connect with these ones, so cut off any troops here. So that's what we're attempting to do here, while also going after these victory points. This guy can go to grab that province. Stop whatever we had him doing, and this guy only needs to go up along the rails there because he can take this location. Just make sure all these guys are pushing forward. We don't need to lock them down any longer. Seems like they're leaving there. Okay. We'll see what happens up along that front. And that's right. We don't want the green army over here. We got them leaving. That's fine. I think the white army should hopefully be able to cover this if we give them a little bit more help with this army. And once we finish up here and these purple divisions can come over this way, that'll give them a bit more assistance as the yellow army moves south. Actually, you know what? We can go ahead and start moving them now, because I'm not too worried about them taking this here. Get those 2 units out of there, because this front is expanding this way, and the white army is very stretched out at the moment, as is quite evident. Alright, so these guys will go this way then. Or, oops, damn it, didn't want to do that. Have these guys go this way. And this is... let's see how we want to do this. Go this way. Grab that province. Have him grab that. And I suppose we'll go and attack here. Even though they're trying to leave and we could just wait till they do so. Let's attack them. Feeling frisky. Aggressive. So we're going to get all these convoys sunk here, these troop convoys in the sea, and continue to do damage to their main fleet here with all those carriers. It's interesting that they're prioritizing this area. I suppose it makes sense to a degree. It's like another submarine there. Because this is the only way to really do damage to us, to attack our territory, is you got to win here. And so they're very much playing offensively by focusing there. I don't think that's simply about protecting their subject, Denmark. Or I don't think that's a subject, just an ally. Man, I think there's more to it than that. Because by being there, if they can win, they can attack our territory. Alright, so these guys are unfortunately unable to move any further. I don't know if we lost. Yeah, I think we might have lost some territory here, and that has caused us some issues. So, see if I can do anything about that. Maybe we can let that guy go over here, and then, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if we can't take that. There should be other rails, right, that go across. Maybe not. We could easily connect it here as well. That would be an option. I suppose we'll do that, because it wouldn't take that long to just throw a railway right there and get it up to level 2. So we'll throw that up to the top, get that constructed, since we're largely working on dockyards that we don't really need. So continuing to bomb the fleet there. Alright, so still struggling to take that province as they move more divisions into the area. But we're concentrating on advancing the front this way. This is where it really matters. And also getting Korea taken out as well would be quite helpful. And then this guy can help out here to get that unit wiped out. We'll advance across the river there and right there. Gonna get this unit here cut off in moments, so let's go ahead and have him attack now. Going across the river here, going towards that new capital of theirs. And this guy will advance this way. Make sure they won't be able to get out there. Let's go and take this location and this one while these units go down here. And then he'll just go this way. Let's go ahead and just assist this attack. Get the win there. That unit's in a confusing place. I'm not entirely sure what's going on there. I think he just got wiped out though. That's the way it appears. Going to attack here now. This guy can actually just come over to this location. Alright, so we're moving so fast it's resulting in some weird situations. We're moving faster than the ones that are retreating at the moment. I'm not sure why those guys are leaving here. Let's keep them in the area. And let's go and attack right here. Go all the way across there. We did win that. Excellent. Got some units here that are cut off, but nobody actually assigned to destroy them, so that's a bit of a problem. So let me see how we could go about doing this. Attack here temporarily just to lock them down while they get their organization up. And then we're going to attack right here as well. Could use this guy, but I really want to be pushing the front forward of along here. Even if that does result in them perhaps getting out, it's fine. So these guys are exposed to being cut off. We'll see if they're able to succeed in that before we can reconnect them here with this unit. A bit of a weird front situation. Let's make an adjustment here since you got both of these units covering all of this together. You don't really need that. That's not necessary. A little confusing with the colors there. The orange and the red right next to each other. See if we can't cut off this unit here. I don't know. We might not be able to get there in time. It is a tank though, but that's a heavy tank, so not sure if we'll make it in time. And let's go and lock this guy down as he advances this way, trying to reconnect up there, or just connect with them, I suppose. We're not reconnecting since we never had it connected in the first place. Let's go after that port, though it does seem like that unit will evacuate over there. Well, he'll go ahead and take over those provinces. In fact, you need to get this as well, so let's go all the way down to it. That's an air base that would be nice to have control of. So far, I have not been getting control of a lot of air bases. This is the first one I've seen, and so that'll allow us to move into this region and cover this now. So let's go ahead and do that. In fact, I think we'll move one of the planes here, one of the fighters, and then one of the close air support as well. Still got a little bit of battle here. I suppose you don't really need any of those units over there now. that battle's practically won. So that gets you 600 into the region. If we have anybody here, yeah, like this fighter's probably not even providing good coverage anyways. And we just see how we're doing in this sea zone. They still don't have any planes there. Sunk a Japanese destroyer. Ah, yes. I forgot about the situation down here. We're fighting in a lot of areas. We've almost won getting across the strait. All right, excellent. That took us a long time, but looks like we're going to finally get across there now. And let me see if these guys are ready. Still a little bit left for the organization to get back up. Sunk 4 more Japanese submarines. It's only a matter of time before we win in the seas completely. Destroy everything they got, and they can't really contend anymore. Alright, so these guys are about to take over that. Let's start moving back north now. Don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here. He could... Well, no, he can't do that. Let's cross a river. That'd be foolish. Can't go into this province, though. So just keep the front pushing forward. I want to do the attack here, but yeah, these guys are just too weak. We need to let the organization get back up first. Might be able to win here now, get that rail taken over again. We got this guy moving over there. We'll see what happens there. And you also have a bunch of troops here that are pushing the front forward, causing us issues there. So let's try and stop them here. And then these tanks need to be given new orders. Very close to connecting the fronts now, but not quite there. And these guys can advance over this way. We'll advance along that railway there. And yeah, just don't have the wide army here right now. Got too many troops devoted towards this attack here. Too many divisions. Now they did defeat us here, but we're about to get another unit there. That was just that cab unit, those garbage cab units. Not great, but they are fast, and so they're moving ahead of everybody else. So looks like we're just waiting for units to get over here. There's a lot of movements back and forth. Yeah, unfortunately. Everybody's kind of like bouncing from front to front. So you got troops that are on this front moving down here, and troops that are in this front moving over here, and just kind of a mess. And like we don't even need this many. We can give them a planning bonus for when they get over here, but yeah, we don't even need everything we got. What we need to do is keep the ones that are here close by coming over towards this front. So currently we have 8 going there. I think that's a little bit much. I think 7. Oh well, hold up. I think 7 would be enough. Okay, it's these 2 divisions here, because I really don't want them to leave. We're gonna go ahead and do that. And I know that does mean they lose their progress. I think that's fine. And then at least 6 and 4, it's 10 divisions total. I think that's enough to get Korea done. We're not gonna mess with those factories right now. We really don't need anything, so I just don't want to be managing factories a bunch. So in these areas where there's nobody here to stop us, let's go ahead and advance the front. Using cab units, that's ridiculous. Attack over here. Yeah, this cab units, I just didn't even see they were over here, so we didn't get rid of them. Alright, so just 1 unit away, so let's just go behind them and go that way. And then these tanks here are going to go towards Beijing, grab the airbase, the victory point, and go towards that port to cut off any units that are here. We'll see if he is able to do that. That's kind of ambitious, so I don't know how well that will work. And so these guys are going to come over this way. So just keep pushing forward here and over here. In fact, this guy can just go that way now. Alright, so that unit did get over there, and they're sending another one, which would leave this open. So I actually think we'll just wait. But let's go after this victory point here. And we do have the rails constructed there now, so what we can do is start moving these. See how we want to do it based on what we've already assigned. So we'll just take one of these and have him go to the yellow army. And then we need to assign a few of these to the purple army because I don't think they have any yet. So assign them here. So we'll have it look like that for now. Alright, so let's see if we got across this strait. Finally we did. Alright, excellent. Looks like we're still going to have a difficult battle ahead of us though. So we'll just send one unit to grab this while the other ones push the front forward. Definitely took some casualties from those attacks. We don't need all of these guys to attack here. Alright, so we'll do those 2 attacks, see how well that ends up going. Sunk 3 more Japanese submarines, and we are engaging against some cruisers and a battleship. Sunk 8 of those destroyers, so a bigger battle here. Take a look, see if any other big battles are going on. Doesn't look like it. We are advancing towards taking all that over. And we now need to wipe out these units here. Looks like that tank will probably be able to get it done. So let's just go and get the rest of these moving elsewhere. Alright, so he's still going over this way, but you don't really need to have him do that. He can go this way while he can take over that. Not going to win there, so let's just let him leave. We'll grab the rail behind him. Though we might actually be able to get here before him. I'm fine with him coming over here, and then he'll be cut off and we can destroy him. Alright, so let's go ahead and take over all of this here. Have these guys go down here. And that guy can go to that province. I'm actually fine with that. We'll just go up behind him. Take the victory point. Absolutely fine with that. Alright, so just trying to get the win there and struggling to get it done. And we do have a situation where we won't have anybody assigned to that, so let me just go and fix that. So yeah, we don't want all the tanks to leave here. Alright, so with this guy, let's just go up behind them. We'll also come up along. No, we'll go this way. Grab that location. And I don't actually want to fight that guy there. Let's just come down here. He's already got an objective there. Excellent. About to finish up that battle. Alright, so this is very messed up. What happened here? Okay, so we've cut them off. That's what's going on. Got it. Okay, so the white army that's here, let's assign them exclusively to this area. And then get rid of that front. I feel like the rest of the troops that are here should be able to get this done, hopefully. We'll see. We will see if they can do it or not. So we're going to want to have the yellow army focus on that battle there and then come up around here. Purple army will take care of that for us. While these guys can extend over this way. Maybe if I could grab that one. There we go. We'll do something like that. I know they're kind of doubled up here, but that's fine. So hopefully that'll be enough to get this done here, guys. Is this a supply hub? Because we should take it. Yeah, it is. So that's not one we want to avoid attacking. Let's attack that weak unit there. Get the supply hub, because that's key. It's going to attack here as well. And then let's take this out. Fronts are kind of sloppy and messed up a little bit. It's just going to be how it is, guys. Alright, so we're moving this guy over here. He's advancing down there. Excellent. Let's see if we can't help out against that guy. Already going to take both of these 2 provinces. We'll cut off all the units here. Not winning in this battle, so let's just stop that. And we got another guy coming over there anyways. This unit retreated over to here. Yeah, we're not going to be able to take that. So just got to wait until we finish this, I think. Winning there, about to take that province. Oh, never mind, that guy just retreated over there. So let's go and attack here now. And should be able to do this attack as well. Okay, so Manchukuo did just capitulate. Excellent. So that'll give us all the territory that isn't being defended by Japanese divisions, which really puts them in a difficult situation, doesn't it? So this front has become just absolutely massive. So we're going to need to fix it. I mean, everything's kind of messed up here. So you know what? Let's stop defending this territory I mean, just overall, it's kind of a difficult front for us to make adjustments to, but clearly this army is not going to be able to cover all this. We need to get these troops out of here. Well, where's the white army? Okay, they don't have a front. Or, I mean, they have these fronts, but that's not what we want. So what we need to do is just take these white army troops that are here and create a new line down here. Like so. And have them advance this way. And then we can take out this army, which clearly, again, cannot handle everything they're currently assigned to. Let's just focus on the Mongol Empire. And then, yeah, I suppose that works. We'll have the white army cover all this. And then there's the tanks. You kind of got to keep them where they're at like this. Suppose that's fine. Oops. So yeah, we need to get the white army troops moving over there. But I suppose you need to take out these areas first. Let's bring them over there to help out. Still got the 4 divisions coming down here as well, which is fine. And the green army tanks will also need an order over here. So what you could do, have them help out here. And eventually have them replacing that purple army, which is overextended. Those are those tanks, and are also assigned to this already. So just need to get all these taken care of. Just get them wiped out now. So let's go and work on that, and we will like attack cross rivers, do whatever we got to do to finish this up. Yeah, just get that knocked out. Yeah, just kind of a mess everywhere. It's a pretty sloppy situation at the moment. Finally got across here when it wasn't really that important now. Alright, so it is what it is, guys. Alright, so what we want to do is get behind this unit here. We'll keep attacking them just to keep them locked down. And then go up along the coast here. Some freight convoys that we're engaging against. And had a battle here where we sunk 13 destroyers at the cost of one of our own destroyers. Did some damage to those capital ships as well, so that went pretty good. And let's go ahead and advance up along the coast here. We are currently losing this battle. Just too many troops, it looks like. But we'll keep them locked down for now. They're definitely going to make the fight for Java a more difficult fight. So we should probably dip on back over to the Baltic, see what's going on over here. Looks like we're sinking convoys. And what is this? Shot down a bunch of their planes as well. Okay. And just one more here. It's not going away. So let's go back over to the east. And sunk a few convoys. Alright, excellent. So we should be finished up here. We won that one battle. And yeah, I'm not entirely sure how to go about doing this here. Might want to make it so they go that way instead. Let's bring those tanks over there. Who are these guys? Which army is this? Wow, they're like coming from far, far away. Okay, let's change that. They don't need to be over here. Same thing with this guy here. We'll just get rid of those fronts. Have other units do this. These guys can stay on this front, as can they, just because they're in the area. So let's just get them finishing this up here. Alright, so this here, yeah, kind of a mess. New Mongol Empire just capitulated. Alright, excellent. So another capitulation there. Very good news. So that'll allow us to wipe out the troops over here. This area was kind of getting a little messy, so I'm glad this is done. But now you gotta wipe all these troops out. Going to do those attacks there. And here, does any Japanese troops that were in Mongolia. And then make sure that we're advancing all along here as well. So this is all China. And so I suppose we can go and grab that province if we can win there. Looks like we will. So having some difficulty in that battle, so let's just go ahead and stop that. Let's not let them leave right now, though. So these guys can go ahead and push the front forward. Got Beijing. I don't know if we'll... Well, we should be able to beat that unit. He's looking pretty weak. Let's go and attack this guy. Make sure he can't get out of there. And clearly this is not going to work. Let's assign him here, and then the White Army troops, they can go over there. I don't think it's necessary to bring any more than what we already have here just for one unit. So we need to make sure both of these tanks stay here and take over all this territory. This guy will go towards the last port here, so the Japanese won't be able to bring any more troops into the area. And have that guy attack there. Anybody else who's coming over here, let's just make sure they go over to this location instead. And it doesn't look like we have anybody here that's going to be able to do an attack currently. They're all just too weak. And this guy can go over here. I think we already have troops taking care of that for us. Alright, so should have that pocket wiped out here soon. I suppose if we're not already... Yeah, it looks like we already have most of these guys assigned. Okay, so these guys can move over to here now. Yeah, quite messy overall with all these little pockets, but we're getting them dealt with. Getting them taken care of. And unfortunately, this guy did lose. Okay, so we'll have to go this way. Or you know what? We'll just go around him that way. I suppose that works too. Yeah, that will work. We'll grab that port. And these tanks are just so fast. But not able to take that, so we're just going to go behind, grab that one. And now we'll see if these two tanks can win and grab that location. Alright, so let's go ahead and see where we're at when it comes to the planes. Still got these little pockets, but you don't need anybody here now. So you can move those out. That's 600. I'm not entirely sure we've taken any air bases that we can move to. No, not really. Okay, so... Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. So we'll go here. We need planes in this area. You only have a little bit of room here, so you can do like 200. So maybe like the tactical bombers and these fighters and see if they can reach there. It looks like the fighters cannot. Okay, well, we'll just cover that region then. But yeah, not a lot of air bases in the region, and we're moving so fast it doesn't make any sense to try and build any. Alright, so let's see what we've done in the sea. We've sunk our first battleship. So we sunk a battleship, heavy cruiser, 4 light cruisers, 2 destroyers. Those are the remnants of that last battle that we saw there. So yeah, that's a big win there. Some larger ships sunk, as well as some convoys here. So let's try the invasion again, see if they're successful this time. Now they're actually not going. Do we not control the zone? No, we control the zone. Kind of strange that they're not... They're having to prepare the invasion all over again. Well, that's a little ridiculous. Why? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, whatever. That doesn't make any sense. It's not a new invasion. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what happened there, guys. It's clearly a little ridiculous, though. Kind of got screwed on that one. It is what it is, though. We did sink 2 destroyers, shot down some more of their planes. Continuing sinking those convoys as well. And then over here, it's just convoy battles that we're engaging in. 10 convoys sunk there. Right, excellent. So yeah, the cab unit keeps getting there first. Let's make sure these guys are advancing all the way across here. And Italy wants to send us expeditionary troops. I don't even want their troops. They can keep them. So we can see the railway guns are still pretty far behind here, probably because they're waiting for those rails to get under our control. So again, we'll just kind of watch and see what happens there, see if they manage them effectively. I don't have high expectations, but we'll see. Still just trying to get all these pockets dealt with here. Try and help out with this one. And then we've got some troops over here now, so we can start wiping these guys out. And these guys should move across the river. Just do something different there. Alright, let's take this one, then have him go over here. And then all these units here, they're all kind of weak. We'll see if we can't get the win here at least. And let's go ahead and do this attack here now. So we're bringing these tanks over here. You can also extend that front to a degree, and then maybe bring the purple army out of this. Those purple tanks. And then let's make sure these guys are going over there. And this unit. Because I think those two should be able to get the job done there. So they did bring a lot more units over here, unfortunately. Yeah, a lot more units. But we actually have a lot more units as well. It looks like 12 tank units are here now. So yeah, they're pumping them into South Korea there. And just waiting to get behind this guy. But we can start advancing up along here. Taking this over. But Beijing remains in our hands. So still just waiting for all these pockets to get dealt with here. Let's go and attack right there now. Send another unit in as well. And this is a pretty wide front, so probably don't want to give them any additional assignments. What I think we should do is have them help out. Oh Lord. Not right there. Help out up along here. Like so. So yeah, we're going to want to send some additional troops down here. I know they have this front over here. And it's kind of it's a little bit of a mess. We'll just extend them. And then eventually merge those two fronts. Alright, so still trying to win there. We're actually fighting a tank unit. Gonna advance here and up along here. Let's see how things are going in Korea. So we need to get this taken. And this. And let's go ahead and dip back down here to Java. Did sink 2 destroyers there. And yeah, see how things are going here. So we have supply issues, but so do they. Yeah, it looks like everybody's kind of having some supply problems here. Might need to build a port or something. Since we can't take this one, we're failing. I think we should put a port over here. Just kind of prioritize building that. If they won here, they could completely cut us off. Be disastrous. And we do have some free dockyards. So we're currently in June 24th. Did want to see where we're at on finishing building these, since remember we got that 10% production bonus last episode and I didn't even check where we're at on many of these. So these are going to be done in August of 45. Hit that one in September, earlier in September than it was now. Okay, just kind of seeing these capital ships and where we're at. The carrier still in 45 December. So with the dockyards, we've already assigned those all to the submarines. I want to say we finished up with those 1 destroyers, yeah, the old destroyers. And so we need the light cruisers, but we don't have the tech for that yet. So I don't know if there's anything that we actually want to put this into. Yeah, I don't think so, guys. It's fine. We're not going to manage any of these. We just don't need the stuff that bad. Alright, so sinking a few things here. And we're going to want to build air bases here in Korea. But we're going to wait to build that because I don't know where that pops up. Build this one up, though. And I really feel like we should cancel some of these dockyards. Just don't need all these now. And focusing on anything but the dockyards. Yeah, we'll build that airbase up eventually. I don't know if we need any additional ones. I know we've built one here. Yeah, we already have some bombers there. It's unfortunate that the airbase here for the state is way up there. I prefer it was down here. Be a little bit more useful there. And once we win here, we might want to extend the airbase there. There are a crap ton of troops here, and they have a port. Okay. This is a bit of a problem. We got far too many troops we have to deal with there now. So we'll send them 2 additional ones. Yeah, they're just humming divisions into any area they can. And so that's causing us problems. Alright, so we'll see how this ends up going. Let's go ahead and finish up here as well. That shouldn't take that long. Just make sure these tanks are advancing. I'll take that location, I suppose, and over here. I'll get that grabbed. Let's try and cut off the troops that are in that area. These guys here are now cut off, but they're leaving for whatever reason. So let's go ahead and stop that, and then I guess we're going to need to stop this guy from reconnecting here. Because yeah, that would be a problem. Alright, so that pocket's dealt with. I think we've dealt with most of the pockets through here. You still got that one that you're finishing up on. And let's go ahead and have these guys push the front forward here. Cut off all these units here. And just do these attacks now. I think we're in a good spot to get these guys destroyed. And this guy's going to come over to this location. Really want to advance that way, but we're already too overextended as it is in the area. They did reconnect, unfortunately, and thus did cut off that unit. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Could easily destroy him. Hopefully we can get over here and reconnect him. So that went disastrously. And so now we got the situation over here where we just don't have any supply. And we need to just take the port, honestly. That's all that matters. So let's see if we can't do that. They don't have as many troops as they did. Yeah, let's just do this attack here. It doesn't matter, guys. And then get all these troops out of here so they can go to other areas. Though we do have to worry about them taking ports behind us. That's awesome. We got railway guns in the sea. Nice. So like that's one of the things I was talking about, where you put it uncontrolled AI, they might do something stupid. That's pretty stupid right there. They don't even like think about the danger present from sending ships out into the sea zone. And so yeah, that can cause some problems. So these guys are already coming over here. You don't need all these divisions coming over here. You need them coming over. I want to say this is the... Yeah, that's the tank army assigned to that. So let's... You already got the white army here. You might not need this army here for advancing. I don't know. I just don't have that many troops over here, and you got to worry about supply. So I don't think we should send these guys here. I kind of feel like maybe you need them here. I don't know. That'll probably exhaust supply, but just in case they keep pumping troops into this area. Yeah, might not even need them though. Let's try the attack now and see how that works. Well, that's not going to work. What we'd have to do is build a port right here. I don't really like having a port there, but it's another one you got to defend. But you know, I don't know how else we're going to win there if they keep pumping troops there and we don't have any supply. All right, so now we got to re-wipe out that unit. That's unfortunate. Did sink one of their destroyers there. Another big battle here. We've already lost 3 destroyers. They've only lost 2. This is just one of our patrol fleets, so we're not getting any assistance here at all. This is definitely going to go against us unless another fleet gets over there to assist us, which as of right now, they are not going over there. Not entirely sure why, but they're not assisting us. That's in the zone that they're supposed to, but maybe they're just not set to being aggressive enough. It's too risky, perhaps. Not having the airbase there to support them is unfortunate, but yeah, I think we will lose that entire patrol fleet. Did sink 8 destroyers there. 2 more convoys sunk there. And yeah, just lost this battle here. Okay, let's see if we can't go this way. and cut off the troops that are here, since we are having those difficulties trying to take that location. I don't know if they're still attempting to attack across here. It looks like they gave up on it. And we probably won't be able to win an attack across either. No. Just kind of in a stalemate over here until we're able to do a naval invasion. We did sink a light cruiser there. All right, excellent. And also, they're bombing our submarines with no success. Over here, we're bombing their convoys with those Chernovas. And there's one more battle over here. Alright, so we did reconnect the tank. Excellent news. Let's go and expose them being cut off again. Gotta live dangerously. And then let's have these guys start pushing the front forward. Grabbing the air bases, all that kind of good stuff. And just kind of waiting for troops to get to these new areas. Let's actually have this guy go that way instead. Have these move over to this front. And just advance into any of these areas that are undefended. You know what? I think I'm going to push forward now. Well, we're not, because it's across a river into a mountain province, so that's not going to be successful. So let's go ahead and stop it. Give up on that. Clearly not going to work. One destroyer sunk there. And now we need to send everything we got into this attack here to grab control of the port. Looks like our fleet has arrived. So this is a big old battle now. We've got the 2 carriers here. They're fleeing. They have 4 carriers total, so they did have 2 more carriers than we did. Once our carriers arrived, though, now they're hurting. It seems we did lose that entire patrol fleet. We've already lost 7 destroyers and 3 light cruisers, so yeah, we lost the patrol fleet here. We did sink 2 light cruisers, though, 19 destroyers and 1 battleship. So, you know, it's a good trade-off, but obviously that's a lot of ships sunk. If you want to look at the overall stats here, just to show how much better our fleet is. Like, look at the depth charges compared to theirs, the anti-air compared to ours. Clearly, we are doing a lot of damage with our anti-air. We saw last episode in the Baltic that we had shot down all those planes, and I was wondering if our fighters had done it or the anti-air had done it. We didn't have fighters assigned. As we saw, we had to actually put some there. So it had to have been the anti-air that shot down all those bombers. Our torpedoes attack is very similar to their torpedo attack. We don't have very many torpedoes, nor are they very upgraded. The heavy gun attack is still way higher than theirs, despite the fact that we haven't really focused on that. But that's also, we got 6 battleships. They have 3. They do have a heavy cruiser and 1 battle cruiser. The light gun attack is significantly higher than theirs. This is again Admiral Koga. So yeah, overall our numbers are much better than theirs, and thus even without the land-based bombers, we defeated them. Alright, so let's go and get these attacks here done. Wipe out those units stuck in the pocket. We'll even do an attack right there, even though it's probably going to be a loss. That's okay. Alright, so just waiting for all of our troops to get up on these fronts. So I'm going to push them forward. Let's see if we can't... No, let's just lock that guy down and then have this tank come around and maybe cut those guys off. And still moving towards here, right? Let me just double check. No, it looks like we didn't do that attack, so let's go ahead and send somebody over to it. And then we might want to wipe out these divisions here that were cut off. I suppose it's just 1, not a plural, just the 1 unit. Now, some of these guys don't have fronts at the moment, like these guys. Honestly, I'm a little worried about supply, though, so I don't really want to send them over here. And I think that'll just cause us problems if we do. So it might be better to instead bring them over here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll put them over there. Yeah, because we got stupid numbers of units over here. I don't know if we'll be able to get this done, but each attack might force them out of the port, you know, if you get them to retreat. Did sink another light cruiser over there. Excellent. And here's that battle. Here's the end result of it, where we lost the 3 light cruisers and the 7 destroyers. Again, I think that was just that whole patrol fleet. few planes, but we sunk 7 light cruisers, 1 battleship, and 41 destroyers. So that is a significant battle. And it was very much a victory for us. But, again, we lost an entire patrol fleet, essentially. We got 2 light cruisers here. So, I think we also, yeah, the escort ones were lost. Okay, so we're going to have to rebuild the fleet just a little bit here with this one. Because, yeah, they took those high casualties. Over here doing pretty good, though. Yeah, not too bad. We sunk a carrier. Our first carrier sunk. It's a converted battleship hull, though. It's not exactly their best carrier, but still. First carrier we sunk. We also sunk 4 light cruisers there. 1 light cruiser and 3 destroyers there. Yeah, having some big naval victories. The Japanese fleet is reeling now. There's not much longer before we'll have them finished up. So we did fail on these attacks. Try them again. Yeah, just having difficulty getting the win there. See what happened over here. Just more convoy battles. And they're also bombing our submarines throughout here. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any fighters. Oh, I do have 100 fighters there. We're not controlling this sea zone. We do need more planes there. We built up the airbase here to a degree. So let's go ahead and move these guys in. And then we have additional fighters that we can send there, I think. Although we might have already sent those. These tactical bombers, unfortunately, are not updating, despite the fact that I told them to. I'm not sure what the issue there is. Yeah, they're just not updating. Could use these for naval bombers, I suppose. Probably just deploy planes straight from our stockpile. What we need to do is also have some planes here. We have the fighters, but we don't actually have any bombers here, so that would be wise to send. Where are those close air supports? I think they're right here. Send a few close air support over here. Make sure that we're getting assistance in their attacks of us. Because, you know, we have the fortifications constructed, so that's helping us. Yeah, it's a good place for us to just do casualties to them, since we can't win there until we can do the naval invasions. So yeah, just not having a lot of success here. But we are going to push this way. I'm going to see if I can't just get behind them somewhere. Looks like that will be successful. All right, excellent. Finally. We did get a trait for the tank refurbishment plant that we're not using. That's the production output bonus, so we'll go ahead and take that. Well, we got to be using it for something. I think it's just not, you know, tanks. And did we force any of them out? We did. We forced a few divisions to retreat. We've also taken over this port here. Excellent. So that's finished up. And we got another battle over here, which is not a good battle because it's, again, a patrol fleet fighting alone. But they don't have any screens. And so the torpedoes on these ships might be able to sink like the right of the fleet or carrier or something. So they now have run out of screens apparently. We'll take a look at their fleet and see how they're doing, but I think they're in trouble now. And you can see we can also at this point just start advancing without any resistance. There's nothing to stop us now from doing what we want. Because they don't have any troops. Everything's they've all been wiped out. Let's go ahead and take over all this territory here. Grab that too, and I'm gonna see if I can't win here with some additional divisions now. Still trying to get those guys wiped out. Let's go ahead and take over this location. Yeah, they're definitely in trouble now. A little bit of invade into China. Of course, this is all the sideshow here. What really matters is finishing up the battle in the seas, getting this taken, and then we'll be able to launch our own naval invasions once we have this tech finished up. 74 days. Because until then, we're so limited on what naval invasions we can do. Especially when they make me replan battles we've already done, or replanned invasions we've already planned up. I'm not entirely sure what happened there. Kind of an unfortunate situation. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the episode. We'll just take a look at any battles. There's one over here. So we need to look at what's left of the Japanese fleet. 88 ships. That is all, compared to our 313. And so as far as screens go, they have 30 destroyers and 15 light cruisers. So not enough to cover all their capital ships. 4 battle cruisers, 4 battleships, and only 9 carriers now after we sunk one of those. Only 16 submarines remaining, so very few subs left. And we now outnumber their ships 3-1. Of course, remember, a lot of ours are submarines, but still doing pretty good. We now have 93% of the total war participation. Japan has caused us 55,000 casualties, but we have caused 721,000. So very good kill-death ratio there. Against Manchukuo, 3.5 thousand. Against 52.6. Denmark, 1.7 thousand. So the Danish haven't done much to us, while we've killed 62,000. New Mongol Empire is just 1.2 thousand compared to 30,000. And Manchukuo, only 111. That's it. Where are they at on here? For 285,000. That's insane. They barely did any casualties to us. They're like 100-something dudes lost for killing that many. Almost 300,000. That's significant. The Americans have lost 301,000 against Japan. The Philippines, 122,000. And Portugal, 39,000. And they haven't really caused much. This faction hasn't really caused much to Japan. That's surprising how disproportionate these numbers are. But their total losses, 1.54 million. Their fielded manpower is probably around 4 million or so. They were doing pretty good overall, made a lot of progress considering the fact it's only been a month in the episode. And yeah, we made a lot of progress. Took over Korea, Manchuria, now invading into China. Do we need to capitulate China to win the war? Nope, just Japan. So none of this is really important, as I was noting. We were just trying to get the fleet destroyed, and obviously we have trouble with not having the landing craft yet, so that we can do more divisions in naval invasions. So we got to get that, and that'll also make the naval invasions a little bit more easier, and we can plan them quicker too. So I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you on the next one, and thanks for watching.